Hello and welcome to another episode of Inner Magic Podcast. Today I heard one of those questions I often get, and it inspired me to record this episode because I recognize myself in those questions, and probably you will recognize yourself at some stage in your entrepreneurship. And those are the questions like, how do I know how much to charge? Or how do I find my clients? Where do I find my clients? How do I structure my offer? And I totally understand where those questions are coming from, because we live in a world of fast answers. 5 steps to success, 5 mistakes to avoid, and 3 ways to fix them. And we want it all now. We want it all clear and simple. The perfect would be if we would have this pill we swallow and everything is perfect and it's done. And we forgot that even though we live in the age of artificial intelligence and constant information, we are still human. We are part of the nature. And nature doesn't work like that. There are no shortcuts in a nature. Everything unfolds in a rhythm. And whether we admit it or not, we are a part of that rhythm too. So if you want to build a business that doesn't just give you a financial stability, but also gives you energy, gives you freedom, inspires you, then you need to know that there is no universal formula. And anyone who tells you otherwise, it's probably just trying to sell you something. The real answers, those that matter for you, doesn't come from the outside. No one can give you those answers. They come from within. And yes, sometimes they're unclear or might be frustrating. Sometimes we don't want to listen. We reject what we don't like. But those are still your answers. And you need to find out what they are telling you. Maybe you are tired of hearing these phrases like, listen to your intuition and the answers are within you. But often when we roll our eyes on those things, it's actually a sign that we are looking for answers in the wrong place. So what happens is that you try one path and then you come back, and then you try another path and then you come back again. And life keeps bringing you back because it wants you to walk your own path. That's a sign that's time to actually step and pause and to check, where are you actually? What is working and what is not working? What is draining you? What is filling you up with the energy? And to feel into what your next step is. And that's all you need to know. Just your next step. And then stop and pause again. And feel again. Do you like where are you now? If yes, take another step in the same direction. If not, ask yourself, what feels off? What is the lesson here? So adjust your direction and continue another step. Because your true strength begins when you speak the truth to yourself. when you are radically honest and you are committed to following your own truth. And sometimes those things you dislike about yourself, they are usually the key to your transformation and your power. So this light and the dark things, they're all part of your wholeness. And when you accept them, there is a kind of a relief, because now you don't have to pretend anymore. You don't have to force yourself into something that drains your energy and leaves you completely exhausted. And your business doesn't have to look like somebody else's, because your voice, your perspective, your energy, it's all unique. And it hasn't been written before. You are the one who is writing this story, and you are the one who is living it. And if you're writing it based on someone else's formula, then you become just another generic product on a shelf. You become just another toothpaste among dozens. So instead of seeking answers from others, ask yourself, where do you find yourself as a client, for example? What draws you to someone's offer? What would you gladly pay for, and why? What's so special about what you are seeking and what you are offering? Because until you know that, your clients won't know either. And pricing, clients, offers, they are all a reflection of your clarity. Not some marketing tricks, but the result of your inner alignment. And yes, it's not like a walking on a red carpet. It's more like a deep dive into stillness, into darkness, into a black void of nothingness. And there, in the heart of that darkness, that's where your light is waiting. And so are all the answers you need to know for your business. This real, honest, authentic business that someone's already probably waiting for. I thank you for being here with me today. And if this episode speaks to you, I'd love you to consider following this podcast and sending me a message with your thoughts, maybe sharing it with someone who might need to hear it. Every response helps this podcast to reach more women like you, and I really, really appreciate it. And I'll talk to you soon. Until then, listen to yourself, because your answers aren't on internet. They're within you. Wish you a wonderful day. Take care of yourself, and bye for now.